Ladies and gentlemen, life has a way of locking us into patterns, relationships, and roles that no longer serve our purpose. People expect us to stay where it's comfortable, stay where they benefit, stay where we're slowly losing ourselves. But today I want to talk about the courage to do the unexpected, to walk away. Courage to choose yourself is a decision many fear to make because it demands strength, clarity, and an unwavering commitment to self-worth. It's not about selfishness or arrogance, but about understanding that you have the right to prioritize your well-being, growth, and purpose above the expectations and demands of others. Choosing yourself often means stepping away from situations, relationships, or environments that no longer serve you, even when the world tells you to stay put. Society has a way of conditioning us to believe that self-sacrifice is the highest form of virtue. We are taught to stay loyal to people and institutions, even at the expense of our mental and emotional health. Many of us cling to toxic relationships, endure unfulfilling careers, or remain silent in the face of disrespect, all because we fear being labeled as selfish. But choosing yourself is not about rejecting others, it's about rejecting anything that compromises your peace, integrity, or purpose. The decision to choose yourself is often met with resistance, not only from others but from within. Self-doubt creeps in, whispering lies about how you're not worthy of better. Fear of judgment looms, convincing you to settle for less than you deserve. But courage is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to act in spite of it. Choosing yourself requires the bravery to say, I am enough even when others fail to see your value. This act of courage often means confronting hard truths. It means acknowledging when a relationship is no longer healthy, when a job is stifling your creativity, or when a lifestyle is misaligned with your goals. It's not about blaming others or playing the victim, it's about taking responsibility for your life and making the hard choices that lead to your growth. Walking away from what diminishes you is a radical act of self-love. Choosing yourself also requires faith in your ability to thrive without the crutches of external validation. Many people stay in harmful situations because they fear the unknown. They cling to familiarity, mistaking comfort for happiness. But choosing yourself means believing that what lies ahead is better than what you're leaving behind. It's about trusting that the discomfort of change is temporary, but the rewards of aligning with your true self are eternal. One of the most challenging aspects of choosing yourself is dealing with the reactions of others. When you prioritize your well-being, you may lose relationships, face criticism, or be misunderstood. People who benefited from your compromises may resist your transformation, trying to guilt or manipulate you into staying the same. But their discomfort is not your responsibility. Choosing yourself means recognizing that you cannot please everyone, nor should you try. Ultimately, the courage to choose yourself is about reclaiming your power. It's about recognizing that your value is not determined by how much you endure, but by how boldly you live in alignment with your purpose. It's about standing firm in the knowledge that you are deserving of joy, peace, and fulfillment, even if choosing yourself means walking a path few understand. Freedom from approval addiction is one of the most liberating journeys a person can undertake. It involves breaking free from the constant need to seek validation from others and learning to rely on your internal sense of worth. Approval addiction is subtle. It often begins with the innocent desire to be liked, respected, or accepted. But over time, it can grow into a consuming force that dictates your decisions, shapes your identity, and keeps you trapped in cycles of self-doubt. The need for approval is deeply rooted in human nature. From a young age, we are conditioned to seek validation from parents, teachers, and peers. We learn to associate external praise with success and criticism with failure. While positive reinforcement can be helpful, over-reliance on it creates a dangerous dependency. When your sense of worth is tied to others' opinions, you hand over control of your life to forces beyond your control. Living for the approval of others often leads to a life of compromise. You might suppress your voice, shrink your dreams, or conform to expectations that don't align with your true self. This habit is especially damaging because it keeps you inauthentic. You may find yourself agreeing with ideas you don't believe in, pursuing goals that aren't yours, or staying in relationships that drain you all to maintain the illusion of being accepted. Breaking free from approval addiction requires courage and introspection. It starts with recognizing the patterns in your life. Ask yourself, how often do I make decisions based on what others think? How much energy do I spend worrying about being judged? The answers may reveal how deeply approval addiction has taken root. Awareness is the first step toward liberation. The next step is learning to validate yourself. This involves developing a strong sense of self-worth that is independent of external validation. It means embracing your flaws, owning your strengths, and being unapologetically authentic. When you validate yourself, you no longer rely on others to affirm your value. You learn to celebrate your achievements, accept your failures, and grow from your experiences without the need for external praise or approval. Freedom from approval addiction also requires setting boundaries. Not everyone will understand or support your journey, and that's okay. You must learn to say no to people or situations that demand you compromise your values for their comfort. Boundaries protect your energy and allow you to focus on what truly matters to you. One of the most profound lessons in breaking free from approval addiction is realizing that you can never please everyone. No matter how hard you try, someone will always have a differing opinion, a critique, or an expectation you can't meet. Instead of chasing universal acceptance, focus on living authentically and honoring your unique path. When you free yourself from the need for approval, you unlock a life of authenticity, peace, and empowerment. You begin to make choices based on your values, passions, and purpose, not on the fleeting opinions of others. It's a process that requires strength and self-awareness, but the reward is a life that truly feels like your own. The cost of compromise is often hidden beneath layers of comfort, obligation, and fear, making it one of the most underestimated dangers in life. Compromise when it comes to principles, values, and dreams can erode your sense of self and leave you living a life that feels hollow and unfulfilled. While small compromises are necessary for relationships and teamwork, there is a distinct line where compromise shifts from collaboration to self-betrayal. It is this line, when crossed, that demands attention. Compromising your core values often begins subtly. It may start with saying yes when you mean no, staying silent when you should speak up, or tolerating behaviors that you know are wrong. These small acts may seem inconsequential in the moment, but they create a pattern that chips away at your authenticity. Over time, the accumulation of these compromises builds a gap between who you are and who you present to the world. This gap fosters dissatisfaction as you are no longer living in alignment with your true self. The most significant cost of compromise is often internal. When you consistently put the needs, desires, or expectations of others above your own principles, you begin to lose trust in yourself. Your inner voice becomes muffled, replaced by the opinions of others. This disconnection from your intuition leads to confusion and self-doubt. You may find yourself questioning your worth or wondering how you ended up in situations that feel so far removed from what you truly wanted. Compromise also comes with an emotional toll. Living out of alignment with your values can create resentment, not only toward others, but also toward yourself. The frustration of feeling stuck in a life shaped by compromise can lead to feelings of powerlessness. Over time, this emotional strain can manifest as stress, anxiety, or even depression as the weight of living a double life becomes unbearable. Beyond the internal consequences, the cost of compromise affects your external reality as well. Dreams and aspirations often require boldness and conviction to achieve. When you compromise on your goals to fit into societal expectations or please others, you dilute your ability to reach your full potential. The opportunities you let slip away in the name of compromise can never be reclaimed, leaving a trail of unfulfilled potential in their wake. Relationships too suffer when compromise becomes the norm. A relationship built on one-sided sacrifice is unsustainable. Over time, the person making the compromises may feel unappreciated and undervalued, while the other party may grow accustomed to taking advantage of the situation. Healthy relationships require mutual respect and balance, not the erosion of one person's identity for the sake of harmony. Perhaps the most painful cost of compromise is regret. As years pass, you may look back and wonder what could have been if you had chosen to stay true to yourself. The time lost in a life shaped by compromise is irretrievable. The dreams deferred, the risks not taken, and the authenticity sacrificed all become echoes of what might have been. Compromise, when it undermines your essence, is far too high a price to pay. Vision beyond the present is a rare and powerful quality that allows individuals to see possibilities that others overlook. It requires the ability to look past current circumstances, challenges, and limitations and focus on what could be rather than what is. This kind of vision is not bound by the constraints of the immediate. It transcends the moment and taps into the potential of the future. It is what drives innovation, inspires transformation, and propels people toward their greatest achievements. Seeing beyond the present requires imagination and faith. Imagination allows you to visualize a reality that does not yet exist. It's the ability to picture yourself achieving a goal, living a dream, or overcoming an obstacle even when the odds seem stacked against you. Faith, on the other hand, is the confidence to believe in that vision even when there is no evidence to support it. Together, imagination and faith form the foundation for a forward-looking mindset that fuels progress. One of the greatest challenges of maintaining a vision beyond the present is resisting the temptation to be consumed by current difficulties. When faced with setbacks, it's easy to become discouraged and lose sight of long-term goals. The present often demands attention in the form of urgent problems or immediate needs, pulling focus away from the future. However, those with vision recognize that challenges are temporary and often serve as stepping stones to growth. They see obstacles not as reasons to quit, but as opportunities to learn, adapt, and refine their path. Vision beyond the present also requires patience. Many people abandon their dreams because the results aren't immediate. They expect quick success and become disillusioned when progress is slow. But true visionaries understand that meaningful change takes time. They are willing to invest in the process, trusting that their consistent effort will eventually yield results. This patience is rooted in a deep conviction that the future they envision is worth the wait. Another critical aspect of seeing beyond the present is the ability to navigate uncertainty. The future is inherently unpredictable, and pursuing a vision often means stepping into the unknown. This uncertainty can be intimidating, but it is also where the greatest opportunities lie. Visionaries embrace the unknown, understanding that every great achievement begins with a leap of faith. They trust their instincts, rely on their preparation, and remain open to possibilities that they may not have foreseen. This vision beyond the present also demands a strong sense of purpose. A compelling vision is more than a vague idea. It is a clear and meaningful goal that drives action. Purpose provides direction and focus, ensuring that your efforts are aligned with your ultimate objective. When the purpose is strong enough, it becomes a source of motivation that sustains you through difficulties and distractions. Ultimately, vision beyond the present is about perspective. It's the ability to see the bigger picture and recognize that the present moment is just one chapter in a larger story. It is the understanding that your current circumstances do not define your potential and that every step you take today is shaping the future you desire. This perspective is the driving force behind growth, innovation, and the pursuit of greatness. The unexpected strength in letting go lies in the profound transformation that occurs when you release what no longer serves you. Letting go is often seen as a loss, an act of giving up, or a sign of weakness. However, it is in reality a powerful act of courage and wisdom. It requires acknowledging that holding on can sometimes do more harm than good. And that true freedom comes from making space for new opportunities, healing, and growth. Letting go begins with acceptance. It is the recognition that not everything in life is meant to stay. Whether it is a relationship, a dream, or a past version of yourself, clinging to something out of fear or familiarity only prolongs pain. Acceptance is not about defeat, it is about understanding that some chapters must close for the story to progress. This awareness is the first step toward reclaiming your power and taking control of your narrative. The strength in letting go also stems from the clarity it brings. When you release what is no longer aligned with your purpose, you gain a renewed sense of focus. Letting go removes distractions and allows you to prioritize what truly matters. It reveals the people, goals, and values that deserve your time and energy. In this clarity, you find the courage to pursue your authentic path, unburdened by the weight of the past. One of the most surprising aspects of letting go is the peace it brings. Holding on to resentment, regret, or fear creates an emotional storm that clouds your judgment and drains your spirit. Letting go, on the other hand, is like releasing a heavy load you didn't realize you were carrying. It allows you to breathe deeply and move forward with a lighter heart. This peace doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring what happened, it means choosing to move beyond it, refusing to let it define you. Letting go also unlocks resilience. It shows you how strong you truly are when faced with the challenge of releasing something you once thought you couldn't live without. It teaches you that you are capable of enduring change, loss, and uncertainty. Each time you let go, you build emotional and mental strength, proving to yourself that you can adapt and thrive no matter what comes your way. Additionally, letting go opens the door to new possibilities. Holding on to the old often prevents you from receiving the new. By letting go, you create space for growth, fresh experiences, and opportunities you may have never considered. It's a reminder that life is constantly evolving and that clinging to what was can blind you to what could be. Perhaps the most unexpected strength in letting go is the self-discovery it brings. It forces you to confront your fears, examine your attachments, and trust yourself in ways you never have before. In this process, you come to understand your own worth, your capacity for growth, and your ability to create a life that reflects your highest potential. Letting go, far from being an end, becomes a powerful beginning. Choosing purpose over popularity is one of the most defining decisions a person can make. It requires prioritizing what truly matters over the fleeting approval of others. Popularity often offers immediate gratification, a sense of belonging, and the illusion of success, but it rarely leads to lasting fulfillment. Purpose, on the other hand, is rooted in meaning, integrity, and the pursuit of a life aligned with your values. It is not always the easiest path, but it is the one that leads to true significance. Living for popularity means constantly seeking validation from others. It involves shaping your actions, words, and decisions to align with what is socially acceptable, trendy, or admired. While this may bring temporary recognition, it often comes at the cost of authenticity. The pursuit of popularity can become a trap, forcing you to conform and compromise, leaving little room for your individuality or deeper aspirations. Over time, this can lead to feelings of emptiness as you realize that external applause cannot fill an internal void. Purpose, however, provides a guiding light that remains steady, even in the face of challenges. It is rooted in your values, passions, and a sense of contribution to something greater than yourself. Purpose gives your life direction and meaning, acting as a compass when faced with difficult decisions. When you choose purpose over popularity, you are no longer driven by the opinions of others, but by the desire to live a life of impact and authenticity. One of the greatest challenges of choosing purpose over popularity is the risk of rejection. Not everyone will understand or support your choices when they don't align with conventional expectations. People may criticize you, question your motives, or try to persuade you to take a safer, more popular route. This can be isolating, but it is also an opportunity to develop resilience and self-confidence. The courage to stay true to your purpose, even when it means standing alone, is a testament to your strength and character. Choosing purpose over popularity also requires patience and persistence. Popularity often offers quick rewards, but purpose takes time to unfold. It requires consistent effort, dedication, and a willingness to endure setbacks. However, the rewards of living with purpose far outweigh the temporary highs of popularity. Purpose provides a sense of fulfillment that popularity cannot match, a deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you are living in alignment with your values and contributing to something meaningful. Another key aspect of choosing purpose is the freedom it brings. When you let go of the need to please everyone, you free yourself from the exhausting cycle of seeking approval. This freedom allows you to focus on what truly matters, to invest your time and energy in pursuits that align with your passions and principles. It is a liberation that opens the door to creativity, innovation, and growth. Purpose over popularity is a mindset that empowers you to live authentically and make decisions that reflect your highest values. It shifts your focus from seeking acceptance to pursuing impact, from pleasing others to fulfilling your potential. It is a choice that leads to a life of significance, where your actions are guided not by the opinions of others, but by the call of your purpose. In the end, the journey toward living a life of purpose over popularity, of letting go, of choosing yourself, and of looking beyond the present is a path of true empowerment. It is about recognizing that the strength to create your own narrative lies within you, not in the approval of others. Choosing purpose over popularity means refusing to be a prisoner to external validation and instead focusing on what aligns with your values, vision, and aspirations. Letting go of what no longer serves you is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous step toward growth, peace, and new possibilities. And the courage to choose yourself, the confidence to put your well-being and purpose above all else is where true freedom and fulfillment reside. As you move forward, remember that the cost of compromise is too great to pay in silence, and the strength you need to move beyond your circumstances is already within you. Your vision, rooted in faith and purpose, has the power to shape your future, and your resilience will guide you through any uncertainty. So let go of what limits you, embrace the challenges of living authentically, and trust that when you choose purpose over popularity, you will find a life that is rich with meaning, fulfillment, and success on your own terms.